Hey guys, what's up? WrestleRyan521 here, bring back another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens set review for you. And today this is my review of set 75103, I apologize, called the First Order Transporter. Recommended ages 9 to 14, 792 pieces, and retails for $90, which $80 may have been a better price point, but I'm still fine with 90. 90 is pretty good, pretty decent as well. And this is a great set, probably my favorite of the wave, but I'll give you my thoughts on it right after we show you the set. So we're gonna start off with the box. Pretty cool box. I like to analyze these Force Awakens sets boxes. Like, you know, I look in the background here, you know, and I see like the woods, and we're thinking, okay, maybe we'll get to see Endor, some sort of wooded planet again. Or like, I was actually really excited when I saw the First Order Snowspeeder box, because when you look at it, you can see, oh great, maybe we're even going back to Hoth. I don't know. Although I'm assuming it's the same snow planet that Finn's battling Kylo Ren in the trailer, so I'm assuming probably not Hoth, considering with all the trees it doesn't really look like Hoth, but still really happy to kind of go back to like the snow location type of place, considering the Battle of Hoth is probably like one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. So we're gonna go on to the extra pieces now. Nothing too noteworthy except for this this black shorter rod. Other than that, you know, just kind of some generic pieces, but nothing really wrong with that. You know, you do get a couple of these like clear flat studs, so that's pretty nice. And I also want to show you the sticker sheet too, just to kind of prove a point that there's only 4 stickers in this set, and they're all pretty small. And I just really like that, because I don't really like putting stickers on, but the main, I don't like them, but that's not the main reason why I'm not a big fan of stickers. The main reason why I'm not a big fan of stickers is due to the fact that when you have a set that has very little amount of stickers, you can really let the Legos, like the bricks, do the talking, you know? Like with no printing or no, you know, well, I mean, I like printing better, obviously, but it's like even with, I mean, neither of them, sometimes the set's even better, because, you know, like I said, you can let the bricks do the talking, you can let the bricks kind of, you know, almost like, you know, show off, you know, like you're just kind of, you can put more detailing in it by using bricks rather than just copying out, you know, and just like putting a sticker on there or whatever. You can actually kind of put the pattern in using bricks. It's just, if you get what I'm saying, I mean, it just sometimes it makes the set look better, you know, because in this set, actually, with it just sitting out, only one of the 4 stickers is even visible, and it looks great. So, I mean, honestly, stickers in the sets aren't really necessary if you ask me, or at least not all the time. So moving on to the figures, we're gonna start with our First Order Stormtrooper. We get 2 of these, so I'm only gonna show you one. And these guys are just absolutely fantastic. I wish I could build like solid brick studios. I wish I could build like an army of these guys about the size of his clone trooper army, because these are very, very cool figures. I think these guys are going to be a lot cooler than the Stormtroopers in the original trilogy, even though the Stormtroopers were pretty neat in the original trilogy. They just didn't really hit anything. They never really did much. Yeah, you can see cool back printing. And then regular clone trooper faces that we usually get. And then it's kind of cool to have these guys, because now we can, once I get that Battle of Takudanu or something like that, the new Force Awakens set that the pictures were released of a few days ago, I'm so getting that set, because that one I'm so looking forward to it, because I mean, all the figures, the set's great, but it's like with the figures we get, like, you know, that character that was speaking in the trailer, I can't really remember her name, but she's kind of like this short little E.T. looking character. We're going to get a couple First Order Stormtroopers, and then we get Finn and Kylo Ren, which is absolutely amazing. But the cool thing is, if we get the Finn figure, then I can, with these First Order figures, I can make the scene in the trailer, you know, where like Finn's like wearing the Stormtrooper outfit, you know, I can kind of make like a little mock out of that or something. So that'll be pretty cool. Maybe you'll kind of expect that in the future. Maybe just make like a little mini scene out of it. Next up, we have Captain Phasma. And she is awesome. As you know, she's being played by Gwendolyn Christie, I believe is her name. So it's a she. As you know, Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. I think, actually, I didn't notice this till after I built the set. I don't really have a problem with it, but I think, actually, the printing on her is the exact same as the First Order Stormtrooper. It's just in like a more of a metalish, metallic color. And then her gun is kind of more metallic, too. I think it's the same color as her armor. So she's pretty cool, I believe. Same back printing as well. So that's all really neat. And I love this little cape that she comes with. I have a custom painted Captain Phasma that I made out of the the Silver Stormtrooper, the 10th anniversary of Star Wars one, so I'll upload a showcase of that soon. As well as I just finished a First Order Stormtrooper painted figure, so I'll probably do a showcase of those within the next couple months. Or whenever I can get around to it, because I have so many videos lined up for it now. And there's regular black face, so nothing really noteworthy under there, so I don't know if she'll take her mask off in the film, or maybe it's like the Kylo Ren figure, you know, in the first set he was in, he doesn't have his face isn't in it, like he doesn't have the mask off, whereas in the new set I was just talking about, he does come with hair, like with his mask off and everything, so maybe they're trying to wait, you know, like maybe like it's going to be a big reveal in the movie or something, and they don't want to expose it right away. Maybe like the same reason why they're not putting Luke in any of these sets, you know, because they want to wait until after people know why he's not in the trailer or whatever. And then, you know, and then when they put him in a set, because if they put him in a set, like say he's like the big Sith of the movie, if they put him in a set this early, as, you know, with the red lightsaber, people, it's not going to be a mystery anymore, people are going to know he's the Sith, so I personally don't think I don't like that theory that he's Kylo Ren, but, I think it's kind of stupid, but, you know, just, you know what I mean, though. But next up we have one of our Resistance soldiers, so she's pretty cool, she's pretty basic, I mean, like, cool figure, though. Nothing wrong with that, just, you know, not really much to say about her. You know, cool torso, and then got some back printing, and then, whoops. And then we got some back printing on her head as well. So, you know. Cool figure. Cool to have some more of these Resistance soldiers. Because it looks like hopefully we'll get some, like, grand, like, you know, giant battles between the Resistance and the First Order, so that'll be pretty cool. So here's our second Resistance soldier. I probably like him a little bit more just because I really like his torso. His torso kind of screams like, you know, a rebel soldier to me, you know, when I look at it. And his hair is just kind of cool, goes well with this figure. And then cool metallic gun, same as the other one. Although I think it's a little darker than Captain Phasma's gun though. And then there's his back printing. No back head printing. Still a nice figure to have. So there's our second Resistance soldier. I'm just going to show you one of these, because these are both identical. Probably my favorite, actually, well, I don't know, I actually love all the figures in this, well, all the First Order troopers. I mean, the Resistance soldiers, I'm glad to get them, but they're definitely not in the running for my favorite figure of the set. But I love the First Order troopers, and I love Captain Phasma, although I might have to say, even though I was expecting Captain Phasma to be my favorite figure of the set, I think these guys probably take the cake for that. We got our First Order Flame Troopers right here. So these guys, those backpacks are awesome. You know, the giant, you know, fire flame throwing backpacks. These things are pretty cool. These are where the small rod bricks come in. You can kind of see through there. So great printing, different leg and torso printing than the First Order Stormtroopers. I like the little flame blasters. How they put this little canister piece at the end to kind of, you know, show that it's the flame gun. And I love, actually, here before I take it out, just let me get a close up on those helmets, because I absolutely love these helmets. These are amazing. LEGO did a great job. Then we take off the head, or the helmet, I mean, excuse me. See the same clone trooper head that we got in the First Order troopers, you know, but still pretty cool figures. These guys are absolutely amazing. These guys are gonna, I don't know if they'll be in the movie for that long, but it seems kind of like maybe like they're kind of like, you know, the snow troopers, in a sense that, like, you know, they're a kind of trooper that we're only gonna get to see in, well, like, one or two particular scenes in the movie, but just look really cool. You know, kind of like I said, kind of like the snow troopers were. You know, they look really cool, but considering they were only on Hoth for so long, we only got to see them in very, you know, little amount of time in the film, which I kind of feel like it's going to be the same with these flame guys. Then we also do get all this extra ammo for our stud shooters. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting in the shot there. And then we also do have an extra, what's it called? Missile for not stud shooter, spring-loaded missile. So we do get an extra one of those. Let's put all this back, and we will get started with the set now. So there's no really other side build, so let's just dive right into the set. So it's a great set. I'm actually gonna kind of hard to actually move the tripod up just a little bit, just so I can kind of get behind it. So, okay, starting with the side, as you can see, we've got like all these, got some cool, like, you know, lights and whatnot, some cool, translucent orange lights, you know, that kind of like, show off, you know, just kind of, I don't know, cool. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to what I was saying there. I was kind of fiddling with my camera, so that's why I was kind of trailing off. Yeah, so we got some cool lights right here. We have these little engine pieces made with these little fin bricks, which I really like. This knob we'll get to in a minute. Just some more engines right here. Looking at it from the front, we've got these cool lights. These, you know, that kind of like show their way through the forest or wherever they're driving through. And we got this headlight, and then we've got the ramp, which I'll show you in a minute. This side is pretty much a mirror image of the other side. You know, the fins and everything, more lights, and then the engines in the back. And the engines are actually really cool. As you can see, they kind of remind me of like the Mon Calamari cruisers or whatever. In the sense of, you know, just kind of the shape of them and whatnot. And then we've got these flaps in the back right here, you know, that can move back and forth. Same thing on the other side. It's kind of hard to show you from this angle, but yeah, same thing on the other side. Oh my god. I just shot one of the spring-loaded missiles, and I didn't even mean to. Okay then. I was unexpected. I apologize for that. Okay. Okay, sorry, so let's move on with the set. So we have the lid right here that can be taken off. It's pretty easy, you know, just kind of lifts off like this. We got, you know, these pieces kind of smooth out the front. And then in here, we've got all of our, like, you know, we've got the, here, you know what, I'm actually gonna, I just realized it'd probably be easier to just take it off. So in here, as you can see, we've got, you know, kind of like the inner workings or whatever, you know, we've got like the inside, you know, where we keep the soldiers. We've got the ramp and the hydraulics for the ramp right here. Some, like, you know, lights or whatever. We've got room to hold all of our troopers in there, or at least like all of our first order troopers. I'll try and fit them all really quickly. So we've got that slot for them. You can probably fit, if you really, like, here, I'm actually going to put it back on the tripod. This is going to be a longer review if you guys can't tell, 30 going on 12 minutes. But yeah, you can probably, if you like stretch it, maybe if you even take the guns out of their hands, you can actually fit, I would be willing to say, about like 6 soldiers in here. I mean, I think it's meant to hold more around, like, I think it's meant to hold more, you know, around like 4, you know, the amount we get in the set. But like I said, if you really do stretch it, you probably could fit about 12 in here. I mean, just like as an estimate. Or did I say 12? I meant to say 6. I apologize. Come on. There we go. I don't know if he's in there tight enough, but that's good for now. Let me take the camera back. Probably should have locked this in place. There we go. So we take it, and as you see, we got all 4 of our soldiers in there. Got our flame troopers kind of, you know, ready for battle. Sorry, the guy's gun's not straight. See, now we got that. We can put our lid back on, which is, as you can see, only held in by those 2 studs right there. Then, you know, you kind of have like that scene from the first trailer where, you know, the Stormtroopers are locking and loading in their weapons, and then I'll show you the lever in the back. But we pull the lever, then, you know, out they come. You know, they can kind of storm into the battlefield. And like I said, I really like the look of the hydraulic pieces right here. From the side, it actually looks like, it just looks really cool. So that's like our main function of the set, my favorite function probably. Sorry about the shakiness. And then we've got, like I said, a couple of, accidentally prematurely fired one of these just a few seconds ago. Got one of our spring-loaded shooters, which, you know, they shoot out pretty far. Actually, here, if I shoot it, it'll hit the box, so I'll shoot it right now to kind of show you guys. So they go pretty far. We got another one on this side, and then we got our stud-loaded shooters right here. You know, for when this thing comes up for that person to man. And then we've got this thing right here, this is kind of tough. Basically, this thing, we turn the knob, and this thing comes up, which I'm gonna put back on. I might actually film the rest of this on the tripod, because it might be easier. But yeah, so what we do is we take our, like I said, this is kind of tough to do, just because it's kind of hard to fit her in here, or him, it depends which figure you're putting in. I think it's meant for Captain Phasma, though. So we put her in there. Can't lean her back, so. Yeah, so we put her in there. we got this knob right here, and we turn this back, turn it up like that, and then she comes up. So put it down, and if you turn it up, you know, fast enough, that doesn't always work, but sometimes I think it's supposed to, like, you know, you turn it fast enough, this thing, it ends up just leaning on her, but usually, you know, like, if you turn it back fast enough, it'll shoot it back, and it'll stay there, and then she can, like, man the turret right here. So yeah, it's still pretty cool. I love this little function, though. We've even got, like, I gotta take it off, of course I gotta take off the tripod again. We've got a little sticker right there, so that's pretty cool. And then in case you're wondering, here I haven't shown you guys two of them yet, but that's one of the 4 stickers. Another one, oops, I just shot another, I missed it. The other one is, like, right in the back right there. It's hard to see, it's just a little control panel. It's not really necessary. They probably could have just left it out of the set, but I mean, it's not like it's really hurting anyone. It's not really doing anything. And our third one is right here, so that's pretty cool. While we're up here, I might as well just show you this. Basically, you know, it's just kind of like the little main cockpit area, and then we've got this little thing that lifts up. Got this thing that comes out. There's our 4th one, and because I already have all my troopers loaded, I'm not going to put a figure on here, but you can just stand them up, you know, right here. I think you have to take their blaster out of their hands too. You know, so you just stand them up right here. Slide this back in on these little grooves. This thing closes back up again, and you're ready for battle. So this is a really cool set. As I said before, the Pose X-Wing was actually my favorite of the 3 sets I got. You know, this, Pose X-Wing, and Rey's Speeder. Pose X-Wing was my favorite set, and I thought it was going to be my favorite set even after building this one. But honestly, I would say for the build, or actually no, this one's probably even more fun of the build, actually. I would say, like, in terms of, like, shelf display, Pose X-Wing probably looks better, just because it's, like, it's so much more iconic, and it looks better when you have it on your shelf. It's that much cooler of a set, you know, you can just look at and just kind of display, and it looks really good. But in terms of, like, you know, how much I like the set and, like, which one I would recommend, I would say this one is probably my favorite, just because it's, like, it's new. It's something we've, like, never gotten before. It's from the new movie. You know, it's not like the X-Wing or the Snow Speeder that LEGO's made 100 times over. This is something that we've never really gotten before because it's being newly introduced into this new movie. And it reminds me, I went to this place where they had this mock showcase called Brickmania, and they had all these little mocks up on display. And this thing, looking at it, reminds me of, they had this, I think it was like a mock of D-Day or some sort of World War II battle, but they had these little transports that they had, like, you know, where it's kind of got, like, it's very similar in shape. They've got, like, the ramp in the front, you know, that when they land on the beach, you know, the ramp comes down, all the troopers kind of come out. I believe that that was, like, the inspiration, or those real-life vehicles were the inspiration for this vehicle, and it really does remind me of that, like, looking at it. And it's got the same function, too, you know, it's, like, the troop transport and everything, and it's just like a really good set all around. I maybe could have done without the flick missiles, the spring-loaded shooters. Maybe the stud shooters could have been left out, but great figures, great set for figures. You know, you get the resistance soldiers, you get the First Order troopers, the First Order flame troopers, Captain Phasma. All in all, just great figures. And then it's even got, like, this area in the back right here. I don't think I showed you, but this area in the back is actually great for holding it to fly it, because based on one of the promos I saw, where, like, in the promo, Rey's, like, looking up at the sky, and you can see all these TIE fighters, and I think it looks like, even based on the bottom of them, when she's, like, looking up at them, it looks like we've got a few of these flying up. So even though it's got, like, the clear wheels on the bottom, another thing I didn't show you, even though it's got the clear wheels, it's still kind of like, I'm assuming it's probably going to be able to fly. Oh, and then another thing, I just realized I said I was going to show you, this is the pin in the back that you pull out for the ramp to come down. So, you know, you just pull it out and push it back in. So it's kind of hard to show you from this angle, but you guys kind of get what I mean. But yeah, this is definitely a great set. I would probably recommend this one. If you're like me and you don't have any previous version of the X-Wing, I would definitely recommend, you know, probably getting that over any of them. It depends if you really like the X-Wing. If you don't really like them, then, I mean, you can skip it. But if you want an X-Wing and you don't have a version of it, then I would recommend getting that one. But if you just want to get a new set that you can remember the movie by, then you don't really care what the price is, and you know, you want to get some First Order troopers, build up an army, I would definitely recommend this set, because this is a great one. It's a great army builder too. I mean, with the exception of Captain Phasma, all these figures are figures that you're not really going to care if you have repeats of, considering, you know, they're just kind of background, you know, background soldier number 52 or whatever. They're just like, you know, these background guys that we're going to see a lot of in the movie, I'm sure. Hopefully we get to see some grand scale battles with these guys. I want to try and maybe build like an army of them. Not like a huge, like, 25,000 trooper, whoops, not like a huge 25,000, you know, trooper army, but like, you know, just like a small, maybe like 10 to 15 trooper army, you know, because we're gonna be getting a few more in the set I mentioned earlier with Finn and Kylo Ren in it. So, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Definitely looking forward to the movie. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing a ranking of all 7 Star Wars movies after I see The Force Awakens. I've got a lot of set reviews and just miscellaneous, you know, videos, mocks and whatnot that I want to get uploaded very soon. If you even saw it over here earlier, I've got the Echo base set over here that I'm going to be doing a review on very soon. I just haven't got around to it. I've had it built, I've had it like washed and cleaned up for like about a month now, but I still haven't done the review of it just because I've been so busy with school, but I apologize for that. So anyway, stay tuned for all these videos, guys. Thanks for watching. Give me your thoughts on the set down in the comments. Tell me what you're looking most forward to in The Force Awakens. Tell me which set that you guys wanna get the most. Tell me which one's like on your Christmas list, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.